How's it going, YouTube? SportsTube here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the 2017 World Junior Hockey Championships taking place in Toronto and Montreal. We're basically going to talk about some of the top teams and some of the top players that have so far stood out and stood up for their countries. So let's start off with Team Switzerland. For Team Switzerland, there's a player named Nico Hischier. He's projected to go top 5 in this year's upcoming NHL entry draft. And so far in the Swiss's first game of the tournament, he has 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists, so watch out for him. He's going to be a powerhouse player. He was good in all of the pre-tournament games against Canada and the US, some top teams. They kept it close. Canada only beat them, I think it was 4-3 or something like that. Same thing with the US, and Canada beat them in overtime. And in the first game of the real tournament they had against the Czech Republic yesterday, who should have beaten them. The Czech Republic have, notable hockey history. They're a better hockey nation than Switzerland. They should have beaten them, but Team Switzerland pulled off the upset victory and ended up beating them 4-3, largely in part to Nico Hischier, so watch out for him. He's going to be a powerhouse in this tournament and in the upcoming NHL entry draft. So let's move on to Finland now. Team Finland, and this team is the biggest disappointment from last year, I must say. Because, they won the gold medal last year with players like Olli Juolevi, Kasperi Kapanen, Jesse Puljujärvi, Patrik Laine, and they had the same goaltender that they had last year when they won the gold medal. And so far this year, it's been an absolute disaster. They've played 2 games, they've lost both of their games. They lost their game yesterday to Denmark. They lost to Denmark. And Team Sweden beat Denmark, I think it was 6-1 or 6-0. So, without Puljujärvi and Laine and Sebastian Aho, I forgot to mention, and Kasperi Kapanen, all those good players that they had last year, it looks like they're starting to take a step back, which is unfortunate, because they have some highly touted prospects on their team. They have a couple first-rounders, like Olli Juolevi, and so far it's just been a disappointing tournament for them. They might have to play in a relegation game so far with how things are going, so things really aren't going well for Finland. They're not looking good this year. It's unfortunate because they're a pretty good hockey country, but they're just not consistent. You saw the same thing after they won in 2014 and 2015. They had a horrible tournament, and you're seeing the same thing here again. So it's sad for Finnish hockey, but they're just not up there with Canada being the superpower that can consistently put a team out there that can compete year after year after year. They sort of had to rebuild their program after every single year, which is fine, but it doesn't look like they're going to make much noise this year in the tournament. So let's move on to the next team, the United States of America. And lots of people are upset at what the USA did with this tournament because they sent down Alex DeBrincat back to the Erie Otters of the OHL. And he is one of the leading scorers in the OHL. I believe he's the 5th leading scorer. He can score goals, he can make plays, he's an offensive dynamic player. And for some reason they decided to send him down, and everyone got pissed about this because they were one of their best players. And the reason why they sent them down was basically to decide between Tage Thompson, him, and I think it was Jeremy Bracco. And they decided to go with Tage Thompson over Alex DeBrincat. And what people are really comparing this to is what Team USA did with the World Cup of Hockey. They didn't put their skill guys like Phil Kessel on the team. They decided to go with a grittier team, a physical team, an aggressive team that could beat Canada. And guess what? They didn't beat Canada. So people are saying that this is what they're doing again with this team. I feel that, I don't like the fact that they sent Alex DeBrincat down to the OHL. I feel that speed and skill is the best combination to have in hockey. It's no longer size and physicality and skill. Speed and skill is what wins all the time. You saw it with Chicago. You saw it with Pittsburgh last year. It's simply the fact you saw it with Team Finland last year in the World Juniors. So, I don't like the fact that they sent down Alex DeBrincat, but some of the players to watch on Team USA would be Tage Thompson, because that would be his replacement. So far in 1 game he has 2 assists, so that's good for him. Jeremy Bracco, Leafs prospect, gotta throw in a Leafs prospect there. In 1 game he had a nice 5-hole goal against Team Latvia. And another guy to look forward to is Jordan Greenway, 6'5", 230 pounds. He is a beast. Look out for him. He's going to be a powerhouse. So let's move on to the team that I think is really up there. Like, they're going to do really well this year. Definitely contending for that gold medal, Team Sweden. And there's so many players to talk about on Team Sweden, but we're going to talk about 3 players in particular. Joel Erikssonak, Minnesota, a Wild draft pick, got sent down to play in the World Junior. So far, he's doing great. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points in one game. In one game played, he's looking great. Alex Nylander, Buffalo Sabres draft pick, younger brother of William. Amazing player. In one game, he's got 2 goals, 2 points for Sweden. So watch out for him. He's gonna be a powerhouse. We all know about Alex Nylander though. He's gonna be a great player, and he's showing it so far in this tournament. And then, sort of a dark horse in this tournament, Rasmus Dahlin. He's a 16-year-old defenseman from Sweden. Had a beautiful goal against Denmark in their first game. So watch out for him. 16 years of age. He's already projected to go #1 overall in 2018. Looking like Erik Karlsson. He's a defenseman, comparing him to Erik Karlsson. And he's got a 50% shooting percentage. So that's pretty good for him. So that is Team Sweden. They're going to be a really good team. Erikssonak, Nylander, Dahlin, Grundstrom, Leafs prospect. So a bunch of good players. They're definitely going to be contending for that gold medal. So watch out for them. Next up, we have Team Russia, another deep team, consistent team. This team's looking really good. And the 2 players I would say for you to look out for is, what's this guy's name? Kaprizov. I forgot what his first name is, though. Let me search up his first name. I think it's Kirill Kaprizov. And Mikhail Sergachev. Mikhail Sergachev of the Montreal Canadiens. He's a Montreal Canadiens draft pick. And Kaprizov, he's a captain of Team Russia. And he's leading the tournament in scoring right now in 2 games played. He has 4 goals, 3 assists for 7 points. In the first game that they played against Canada, I think he had a goal, I'm not sure. Yeah, he had 1 goal. And then the last game they had against Latvia yesterday, he had a hat trick and he had a couple assists. So that's good for him. He's got 7 points. Watch out for him. Captain of Team Russia. So just look for that C. Number 7. He is an impact player already. And he's going to continue to be an impact player as we move along in the tournament. And the other player I was talking about, Mikhail Sergachev, Montreal Canadiens draft pick. He's been great so far. He scored the opening goal of the tournament for Russia against Team Canada. And he started acting like a hooligan when he scored it. So watch out for him. He's going to be an impactful player. Big, strong, physical, and skilled. Kaprizov is small and skilled, shifty and dynamic. So those 2 players kind of opposites. So watch out for them. Team Russia is going to be a contender this year as usual. They're consistent, skilled, and if they can get solid goaltending, they're going to be a good team. So I think they're really up there in contention for the gold medal along with Team Sweden. And last but not least, we have Team Canada. And I could talk about so many players here, but I'm only going to talk about Matthew Barzal, Dylan Strome, and Tyson Jost. The top 3 players for me so far for Team Canada. Matt Barzal, it seems like every time he's on the puck, every time he's on the ice, he has the puck glued to his stick, and he's just deking everybody out. And I don't know where he got this from. I don't know why he couldn't do it last year in Finland, but this year he's noticeable. Last year he was not noticeable. I did not notice him when he touched the puck. But this year, every time he's on the ice, I see number 14 with the puck. It's amazing. He can skate, he's fast, and boy is he skilled. He got sent down by the Islanders, and thank God they sent him down, because we are really using him, and we really need him. So, in 2 games played, he has 4 points, 3 assists, 1 goal, 10 shots on goal in 2 games played. So he's really getting it done. And then you go down to Dylan Strome. In 2 games played, he has 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. The Arizona Coyotes sent him down. Not fast or dynamic or particularly skilled, but he has amazing hockey IQ, and he's got an amazing shot. So watch out for Dylan Strome, already making noise. He's going to continue to get better as the tournament goes along. And Tyson Jost, he's sort of been the dark horse for Team Canada in this tournament. Fast and skilled. In the first game against Russia, when none of the Canadian players were really into the game, this guy was out there banging bodies, scoring goals, making plays. He was amazing, and he's going to continue to get even better as the tournament goes along. So watch out for him. Matt Barzal, Dylan Strome, and Tyson Jost. But really, there's so many other players we can talk about. Thomas Chabot, Anthony Cirelli, Pierre-Luc Dubois, the 3rd overall pick from last year's draft, Julien Gauthier. So there's so many players we can talk about, but those are the top players for Team Canada. And I also want to talk about the goaltending situation for Team Canada. You have Connor Ingram, who played last night against Slovakia, shutout, 6-save shutout. Yay, what a game. And then you have Carter Hart, who played the first game against Russia. He looked kind of shaky. So who do you really go with? You know, last year we had a bit of a goaltending problem as well with Mackenzie Blackwood and Mason McDonald, I think his name was. And the year before we went with Zach Fucali. We ran him. Mike Comrie was in there as well, but we stuck with Fucali. He was our guy. So we need to develop a #1 goalie for this tournament. It's either Blackwood or Ingram. it's kind of tough who to give the next game to, considering Ingram only faced 6 shots, so they're going to have to decide there. There's kind of a goaltending issue, which generally is not good, but nevertheless, Canada is definitely contending for a gold medal, as they are every year. Sometimes they choke, but every year you cannot doubt that Canada is always contending for a gold medal, as they were last year. I mean, if you look at the game last year against the champions, Finland, they should have won that game. They were the better team. I'm going to say it. We were better than Finland last year. We were better than Laine. We were better than Puljujärvi. We were better than Aho. The reason why we lost is because that idiot Jake Virtanen, who can't keep himself out of the penalty box. Vancouver should have just kept him. Because I know for a fact, if Virtanen wasn't on this team last year, we would have won that game. We would have gone on to win gold. But we're not in 2016. Well, technically we are. But it's not the 2016 World Juniors anymore. It's the 2017 World Juniors. So I feel that we have a good team this year. Last year we had a good team. Should have won gold. But Jake Virtanen screwed everything up. And, you know, we're consistent year after year. Always in contention for gold medal. And there's no difference for this year. I think the teams that are going to be in contention for the gold, silver, and bronze, I think you have to go Canada, Sweden, Russia, and maybe USA or something. Those would be the top 4 teams for me. I think Canada, Russia, and Sweden are going to be the 3 medalists at this year's tournament. I don't know how it's going to go exactly, but I think those 3 teams are going to be the medalists. I think USA is going to get left out. They just don't have enough offensive firepower to match Canada and Russia and Sweden. But I think it's going to be Canada, Russia, Sweden, gold, silver, bronze, in no particular order. Sweden could win gold, Canada could win bronze, Russia could win silver, I don't know. But those are going to be the 3 teams that medal in this tournament, in my opinion. Canada, Russia, and Sweden. So let me know what you guys think, let me know what your predictions are. I didn't give you an exact prediction, but I give you a general idea of what I think is going to happen this year in the tournament. It's going to be exciting, some amazing hockey's already been played, and the best is yet to come. Canada versus USA, New Year's Eve, that's going to be a classic. So let me know what you guys think. Enjoy the holidays, happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.